not in the States anyway. But I had to drop this real quick because it came into me. So I was like, yo, I need to drop this. I'm like Dr. Dre or something, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the lab, and when I get a beat, I just got to put it down, right? So I'm pre-recording it for y'all later, whatever. It's alive, but I don't have to edit nothing. So if you come into the channel, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Also subscribe to my new channel at Major Experience TV, at Major Experience TV. So I'm not expecting nobody to jump on here and start collabing back and forth. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. But check it out. This title real quick is called Produce or Perish. Oh, I see a couple of y'all jumping up in here. That's what's up. Y'all up? Shoot, it's my 1 p.m. So, you know, I got to throw down some tracks, so to speak, while I can. So I had a little cafe. I hope my sound quality and everything is coming in good. If somebody out there could just hit me back and say, yo, see, in the house, you really up? That's crazy. That's dope, though. I was like, ain't nobody gonna listen to this joint tonight. So I was like, I'm gonna be in the laboratory putting down another beat real quick so y'all can watch it later, right? But y'all up. Night owls. So we out in the countryside right now, a little cafe joint. Yeah, kind of looks like this. You know, little cafe joint, and might look a little creepy to you, but it's just, you know, they just do the real thing. Everything's in their language and everything, but just chilling over here, my wife's neighborhood outside the city, so it's real quiet and chill. What's up, everybody? Y'all crazy. I need to get y'all some Benadryl or something so y'all can sleep tonight. Something, melatonin or something. You know what I'm saying? Since it ain't that many people on here. Let me see. Noodle, what was it? Noodle. I don't have my readers on, y'all. Tyler B, I see that. Anthony Taylor, what up? Taylor B or Tyler B. What's that? Misty World. Sigma something. Then my eyes playing tricks on me. Ghetto Boys. Anthony Taylor. C. Marie always in the house. I bet you Miss E better not be up. She better not be up this late. It's 1:15 a.m. on your end. Over here it's my 1:15 p.m. What's up, Nolan? I can do some shout outs real quick because ain't too many of y'all on here. This is dope though because I can handle this. I can actually talk back and forth with y'all. But I wanted to real quick, I'm not going to stress this one out because y'all need to get some sleep, some shut eye. But this was supposed to be me recording something for y'all for later. You can catch this live later. If you got to jump off, don't even feel obligated. Come back and catch it tomorrow, whatever, or when you up. But is my reception coming in good? I'm good, bro. I'm very good. Grind don't stop. You ain't lying. Like, you that's an understatement. Like, people don't get it. You got to be, depending on what type of grinding you want to be doing, what results you're trying to get in, you got to be grinding on that. Because if you don't, somebody else gonna pick up your grinder and go on down the street with it. So okay, cool, appreciate that. This country over here don't never sleep. It's always commerce going on 24/7. I mean, it's actually utterly amazing how everywhere you go, everybody's got a business. So that's why the title on this thing. Cool, appreciate that. See, tell me that. Dude, I get a negative vibe from you. Why you on my channel then? I'm just being honest. I'm that kind of guy. Why you on my channel, bro? Fly off somewhere else. I ain't trying to be. That's kind of jacked up. You telling me I got a negative vibe. C. Marie gonna handle you. I don't even have to go there. Okay, yeah. Groovy, bye-bye. So anyway, can't let the energy vampires take control of your channel. So Miss C out there, delete. Gotta go. Bye-bye. That's right, Tyler. You tell them bye-bye. Don't come back. What's that song Ray Charles sings? Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. Hit the road, Jack. All right. So We got one energy vampire out of the way. I'm gonna move forward with this quick title. Uh, Drop this track real quick. Drop some bars. So, produce or perish was the title I put on here. So it's like when I see other countries, people, this is not bad mouthing America. If anything, I offended some people the other day, but that's what happens when you have your own mind. People get offended on any little thing, so you can't let that stop you. Oh, we're gonna unsubscribe from you. Bye bye. And that means what to me? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. People come and go like the breeze, like dust in the wind. So just like me, I'm come and go like the wind. Just like you, gonna come and go like the wind. I see these people, man. This is lessons for us, right? Because you know I'm coming back to America, y'all. I'm Eddie Murphy right here, coming to America. I'll be coming back. Ain't no big deal. Go here, go there, go wherever you want to go is what we're trying to do. So wherever that is, let's get it. But you know, these people over here, they produce, and that's why on my channel, y'all know my message is like this. Y'all listening to me right now, we gotta produce, y'all. I don't care if you crocheting blankets. I don't care if you, whatever it is, we have to start producing, or in this life you perish. It's not immediate all the time, right? It has those later effects. So you don't want to end up in the later with that effect from not producing anything. And the only people on the planet who keep actually looking like they enjoy this ride, people that's producing something. When you have a fake production facility producing results for you, and you just sit on your phone and manipulate the phone to get the tangible response back from the production someone else produced for you, they can turn the key off at any time. And that's where we at. So it's like produce or perish. You think, oh, well, me just doing some little sideline business ain't gonna help the world. Your world is the only one that's important. Everything else in the world ain't that important. It's about you and me, like us. So people can talk all this yin yang all they want to. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. You need to remember that little stupid stuff from kindergarten, Kindergarten being a German word. Go look that up. Why are we using it? Go look that up. But y'all, we gotta produce. I don't care if you plant one tree in your yard, start producing some kind of fruit from it. That's production. The energy of producing is what we're lacking. That's why America is in the position it's in. Not the government. We doing for them. We're allowing them to do what they do. So we have to start producing for ourselves. Like other countries that we might look down on because they don't have all the cool looking stuff we think we got. Remember, ours is rented. They actually owning their stuff over here with no property tax. Yeah, no property tax. Actually, don't have to pay tax on your dwelling to keep it till you die. Even if you do, you still renting anyway. If it's paid for and you die, you was just renting in the first place. Just didn't have a monthly payment. You just using this stuff anyway. My whole point is, if we don't start producing stuff for ourselves, and I don't mean going to pay the light bill so I can turn the light on. That's not producing nothing. Producing tangible responses for the ideas you have that go out and the thing that you create or produce help someone else stay warm, help someone else do their life better or whatever it may be. We need to revisit how to make stuff, how to do stuff. Start your own. The world needed right now, America needed right now, people who can produce stuff. Not just ideas, but actually working models that can do something on the street. So if you don't start producing for yourself, look forward to perishing. We might already be in that moment where we perish. your body can still be alive and you can be in a tormented zone the rest of your existence too. There's all kinds of perishing. So don't take it like, oh, I'm gonna die. Major's talking. Nah, man. People we so programmed so bad in America, like the worstest. If there's ever a word called the worstest, we got the worstest going on in America. It's a good country. It's been overlaid with how should I say it? The land mass has been overlaid with other people's ideas that weren't originally from the lands. So you have that. Yo, y'all, I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna chop this video up in a minute. I'm gonna show y'all a dude we just met last night. Who did that gift? D Hamilton. Yo, appreciate that, love. Appreciate that so much. That's totally awesome. Thank you so much for that energy. I met a dude last night while my daughter was playing at the mall. Older, white guy, okay? If you just look at the dude, you just think European. You go talk to these people, walk up to him, talk to him. Dude's from Africa, born and raised in Africa. That's all he knew was Africa. He's like, I really associate, he's 65 years old. Talking about, I really associate with, I'm black. I just happen to be born with white skin. I was like, boy, I need to get you on video. I got his contact. He said we hung out, him and his wife, Vietnamese, and their little 4-year-old baby, 65, still popping out babies. Yeah, people be doing some things in the world. But anyway, I kind of almost did that too. But anyway, dude was deep in the knowledge he gave me about the world he was in. He's African. He don't look nothing like me. See, got everything. This is because we don't produce no more. We let somebody else take over the production facility. Even in our mind, they done took over the production facility with all this programming on top of programming on top of programming, right? So now that the production facility been taken over, you can't produce nothing physically. It just more torment, more isolation, more subdivisions. Get it? That's why they call you live in a subdivision. More isolation, man. It's more on top of more. Boxes within boxes within boxes is how they got the programming set up. So dude went into, all he knows is the bush. Now he got some money though. His ancestors was over there in Africa. Now that's a whole different story. They originally French. They French, and then he was born in Africa. So he doesn't really, y'all think taxes in America is deep? Dude told me this. He said when his mom passed, she left him like 1 point. This is one of them. We'll get back to this part. He's not an average dude, but he acts like in his mind he's just average trying to make it. Left him 1.5 million euros, and he got a couple of houses in Africa and all kinds. So he's doing well. You know what I'm saying? How he got to that level, I don't know. I didn't talk to him long enough yet, but he still told me some stuff on so each country you from, like even me, because I'm a United States citizen, okay, on my passport, every country I go to I make money in. That country has already been instructed to make you sign a W-9 form before you open that bank account, before you start moving money around, because they still got to track you and tax you know what I'm saying? So he said the French, he said, oh no, he said on his mom's estate, the French, they take 89% of the transfer of wealth from your parents to them. You left with literally a little bit of nothing. And then on his money he got sitting in the bank account in France, he can only withdraw and I know this sounds crazy to some of us, like I wish I could withdraw $50,000 a year, but if you got a mill sitting somewhere and they only allow you to get out $50,000 a year, that's a big deal. Like with inflation and stuff, that 50 turned into 35 real quick, right? So he can't even maneuver as fast as he wants to because they taxing him, right? That was just free. I didn't even charge y'all for that. You know what I'm saying? It's just extra info on the world. That's all I'm talking about. It's like, because we thinking we got it bad. Oh, America, tax. Yo, you don't know till you start getting out in the world, start talking to folks. I didn't know that about France. That's Napoleon. They still conquering folk all over the place. with what they leaving behind. That's what religion has done. That's what countries, the colonialism system, all that stuff is still in play by all these countries. They just suited up different, so you can't see them riding down the street on a horse no more. You don't see them with no sword and a little top hat, and you don't see that no more. They in suits, black jacket, black tie, white shirt. You don't know who the freak they are. They still doing the same thing. But the reason why they're able to do that is because we stopped producing. We stopped producing. We found it easier to let them do it. Now look what done did. Look what done did. Yeah, looking kind of crazy right now. You know, oh, the oil prices, blah, 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 blah. Stop driving. You ain't got to drive so much. Well, how am I going to get to work and pay my bill? Produce something. These people in Vietnam, they producing like crazy with whatever they got to start producing with. Ain't no AC. Some of these people's house, ain't no AC. Hot as, oh, get out. Humid heat down this way, right? They still producing, no excuses. They're like, I'm getting mine. You know, we got to take examples from other countries that's less than us to get back up on top of things. This is what we should be doing. That's why it's important for you to get outside of your country you from and go somewhere else. Now, if you living in another country, look, y'all, right now, y'all got the easiest route to go experience these other countries right now while they still got the keys in the ignition and you can still get a passport, visas, and all that stuff, okay? Other countries trying to come to America, they can't just drop in like that, like we can get out of our country. So I don't care if y'all just go to Mexico, man. Go across the border. Go feel the different energy. I'm serious, you will feel it. If you're looking for it, you will go, whoa, Major was right. I don't feel some kind of way down here. This is kind of cool. It's a freaky kind of cool thing because you so used to where you at, you can't even see nowhere else. And plus, on top of that, then we ain't producing. That's a mute point, man. At some point, it's just going to be like, bloop. It ain't going forward no more. So, my message for everybody listening is start the energy of producing something. That's the only thing that's going to help change the situation for all of us. So, you have to be of value to someone else, okay? That's what this life is about. If you're not of value to a system that's already been in place before you got here, you can't get outside of everything in that system. They don't even let you go park yourself under a tree with a plastic bag over your head because they got a law in place to say you can't loiter, can't be loitering, you can't, do this and do that. So it's get all the way out, right? But up here you can. And one of the ways to get out financially is to produce something. So that's what I wanted to say on this live. Hope everybody's doing well. Since there's not that many people on here, if y'all got any questions for me, I'd love to answer them. Let me see if I got some spectacles around here so I can view. Oh snap! I got something. Hold on. I guess these my throwback 80s cool Modi glasses or something. Oh, my wife got these, but they got little reader lenses at the bottom. So let me see if I can see. Let me see something. Might be too dark. Got me looking like a young fly. I can't see. Oh, I can actually see. That's what's up. Hold on, let me check this out. I hope y'all ain't. Let's see. Yeah, that's kind of dope. Okay, I can see that. Look, Steve, you want to? I can see now, baby. All right, so let me see. Got me looking like Stevie. All right, I heard that everyone in America is rich compared to the rest of the world. Ziggy Za. Well, what I can say about that is you're right, and we're also wrong at the same time, because we might be wealthy or rich looking in exterior visage, you know what I'm saying, how things look, but we are not rich in family. Unfortunately, we're not rich in helping our neighbor right now. Some of y'all do, most of America don't. We're not rich in doing the right thing. So just having money and stuff, that's why it looks like it does right now. It looks so criminal because it's just about the money. everything about the money. So that kind of rich, I'm not interested in, me personally. Um, so, all right, next question. Let's see, Erie Induk Okay, so what religion are you? Well, me personally, I'm not a religion. It's how you worded it is how I'm answering the question. You know, major kind of critical about if you ask me a question, I'm gonna tell you an answer. So, what religion are you? I don't practice religious activities. I might delve into the spiritual realm via uh, just meditation, trying to draw on my ancestors' journey. I am my ancestors right now. So, you know, I'm my I'm not gonna say I'm my own religion, but you know, I hope that answers your question. I don't want to go too deep into religiosity questions unless you know it's necessary for the conversation of producing something. Shannon Mustafa, okay, producer or consumer? Where is the cash flowing? The cash has flown over here to Southeast Asia. All the money that was in America that you spent at Marshall's and Target and all these other stores, it's over here because the tags say made in Vietnam, made in China, right? Made in some other country. So ain't no more equity, so to speak, on the ground. A lot of it's over here. So that's a whole nother conversation we could have. She loves Cam. How long are you there for? I can't tell my top secret whereabouts. Got to keep certain things to myself. I'm on reconnaissance right now for the YOU, for me and you. So, but I'll be over here for a hot second, and then we're gonna be over there, and then we're gonna be back on this in the States, and we're gonna jump back over here, and you know what I'm saying? We're just gonna keep it moving. Let's see, Braxton Spivey in the house. What's up? What's up? She loves Cam again. Have you been to any countries in Africa? Not yet, but it's on my bucket list for sure. I'm definitely going to Egypt, which is Africa. I like to go to Cambodia and Ethiopia and a whole bunch of other spots. So I got my eyes on some stuff over there. So y'all might see me on the live with a pyramid behind me in a hot second too. You know, flowing to the production. Be a producer if you want the cash. Okay, that's what's up. Louisiana Young Buck checking in. What's up? So look, y'all, the cash isn't valuable, but only for momentum purposes. And what I mean by that is the system that we're in, cash, really, it's such an illusionary thing. Okay, it's so illusionary, meaning they can flip the switch at any moment. Y'all know that, right? And I'm gonna answer that question. Is it Valerie? Yeah, I'm gonna answer that question in just a second. But it's such an illusion with cash. We say cash is king. Then what's the queen? Because Mother Earth, Mother Universe, where's the balance? You know what I'm saying? So I'm dropping bars right now. You really got to pay attention to that stuff. Cash is king. They say this stuff for reasons, man. The cliche catchphrases, they put this in play for reasons. And so we got to start saying the opposite, like, okay, if cash is king, then what's the queen? Because the king couldn't have came from another king. The king got to come from a queen, got to come from female energy. So we need to be looking for what's the queen. Is it gold? Is it silver? Is it your energy? Think about that, because without that moving, don't none of this stuff make sense. No way. This little stuff, cash and stuff, we supposed to be playing with this stuff, like tinkering with. Oh, I just kind of dabble with some of this stuff. I like monopoly money. I like to move stuff around, see what I can pull off with it. We ain't supposed to be like, I don't have this, I don't have that, I can't find a way to. That's not what's supposed to be going on. So if you're going to play in the system, you got to learn how the system play. Player, you got to learn how the system play. And then outside of that, you got to also learn, once you know how to play, how to keep the momentum of play up, so you can keep playing on the board game. But that's all this stuff is, y'all. Some people up, they up, they up. I don't know what they own. They up this late, but they own it. We own it. We up on it. Hang on, my wife up in here. Say hi. She got her hair cut. Hey, see Marie, turn your head around. She got her hair cut. Does it look all right? Yeah.
Like my hair?
Yeah, she got it cut short. So, big head. Anyway, so I'm gonna give this advice. I'm gonna answer some questions, honey. Valerie said, Samaje said, why Egypt? Because Egypt is Africa, okay? It's not the Middle East. That's to throw us off. They always got to throw us off, throw the ball over the fence over there, so you go running for it. Really, the game playing over here. So the Middle East doesn't exist only but through a phrase that somebody coined the phrase, okay? Now we just go by that now. So Africa is Africa. Egypt is in Africa. It used to be called Kemet. The Greeks took over, called it Egypt. The land is decipher the word Egypt, the land of the blacks, black land, the land of the blacks, whatever, however you want to phrase it. But Egypt's got some of the oldest accessible historical records on all that rock. And you got James, oh man, I can't remember all these cats' names, but you got a whole bunch of cats. They old right now. They the masters of that information, and they melanated. And they got all, I'll come up with the names on another live. James Browder, there's a Quasi something. I'll get some more names. Okay, give me a minute, okay? You can just, I'll walk over there.
I already pay, yes.
Okay, thank you. Yeah?
I want some cracker from the hand place where they wash your hair.
Okay. Give me a kiss. I'm gonna get back on task, y'all. Hang on. Thank you.
I don't want to go home.
So they got some of the oldest records of what is what, and right at this present time, they got people over there that they're paying to chisel the information off the pyramids. They close off sections and they chisel this data off. So they're removing the data, but it's already been, we already got the information. So Egypt, because that would be one of your accessible places. There's some older places probably off in the jungles of Africa still covered up that people know that it's there, but they're not going to go in there and unlock all of that information. Stuff that's like 50,000 years old, kind of civilizational information. But Egypt, you can access that. You can feel the energy. What I heard about Egypt was that's where Nikola Tesla actually got the idea of Wi-Fi, okay? Wireless energy. He didn't get that on his own. Come on. Y'all know he didn't just invent that. But what he figured out from decoding some stuff, 369 and all this stuff he figured out, right? He was able to use that information, and in Pennsylvania where his spot was, they burned his factory down and stuff too. Took all his paperwork. Dude was tight because he actually, okay, so I don't even know if you know the history about Nikola Tesla, but the cat was deep, but he got the information from Kemet, from Egypt, okay? Side of the pyramid, boom. I'm gonna tell you how you can find that information and confirm it. All you gotta do is just think on what I'm saying. You'll be like, oh, that sounds good, Major. Okay. You'll see what I'm talking about is the truth. TRUFF is the truth. So Nikola Tesla and Southwestern Bell, what was his name? Carnegie and JP Morgan and all them cats, right? They actually funded Thomas Edison. Y'all know Thomas Edison didn't do nothing. He's just a middleman, right? He's just the cat in the pictures, right? The one they put out there as the front man. Just like they put Jeff Bezos out there as the front man, okay? So Thomas Edison was that same cat. They do the same playbooks all the time. They just keep rolling it over, changing clothes, putting on new outfits, and they keep doing the same playbook, y'all. Keep telling y'all that. So Thomas Edison, Nikola Tesla was working together. But Edison's AC current, I think I could be wrong on which one is which, but something to this effect. Edison's AC current and Nikola Tesla's DC current was in competition, right? They was working together, but Tesla's tech was better. So they was like, yo, this is the one that will actually work in the plan that we have to monopolize people's lives by giving them electricity for a price, okay? Well, Tesla had already had Wi-Fi energy where he could light a light bulb without wires. See, you see how they can withhold this information until present day, and now, oh, you think your Wi-Fi on your phone is so dope? Nikola Tesla already had that, man. So, Wi-Fi energy could be, he wanted it free for the world, could help the whole world with it. Edison then was like, yo, we gotta knock this dude over the head and grab his bag, okay? So we're gonna have to put the campaigns on the street, dude crazy. Let's burn his factory too, all his paperwork, tear all this stuff up. He had a tower already erected, the same shape and design as a pyramid, had an underground aquifer with a certain type of metallic rod going into the ground. Aquifers are underground rivers, right? And as the current flows underground, hits that rod, it sends ions, neutrons, whatever it does. I ain't all scientific. I'm just trying to, make you understand what's going on. And then it was able to transmit this energy from the underground currents up through the rod. The same shape of a pyramid, they had these long linear tunnels going through the pyramids that people can't fit through, but they're cut. It's almost like they was cut inside the pyramid rock with lasers. They used to have those tops of the pyramids were capped with gold, which is a conductor of electricity. So those rods that were up in those, I don't know what you those cavities that were laser cut looking, that's how they were producing Wi-Fi wireless energy, I believe, in Egypt back in that day, 3,000-4,000 years ago. This is why they might not have been on the scene when people came to that civilization. Like, where are all the people at? Where'd they go? Oh, they must have died, got conquered or whatever. They did, but maybe they beamed up, Scotty. Where you think they get the Star Trek movie stuff from? Tasers and stuff. How you got a taser on Star Trek, Captain Kirk, putting it on stun, kill, blah 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 blah, and then present day, police got stun guns and tasers. You can buy one yourself. You think that technology is just last 10 years or 20 years? Man, they had that stuff. So if you look at,
Yes.
thank you, dear.
Yes.
Thank you.
What is it?
Okay. So if you ask me a question, I'm gonna tell you some stuff. I might lay it on you heavy, but that's what's been going on, y'all. So Tesla, they ransacked this place, burnt it to the ground, but dude was so tight now. Dude was so clean with it. He memorized all of his drawings, numbers, so on and so forth. And they said in 2 years, he had reproduced all of the documentation for all the devices he had already created. So Bluetooth, Tesla. Wireless energy, Tesla. They got stuff right now. Turn your lights on with no wires. They got stuff right now to beam that energy from here to there. They using it. They ain't gonna let you know right now because it would unravel his story, and they don't want that. So they got to do that much later after we die, and then they'll bring it out later to our grandchildren and be like, oh, this is great. Nah, that was 200 years ago it was invented. So anyway, I hope I answered that question about why Egypt. I know I went on a rant, but highly educational if you can contain my, my chaotic, way I expose the information. I hope I'm clear. But yeah, back to the producing something. Let me see, why Egypt? I got that question answered. What else is going on? Any advice for someone interested in starting an import-export business with a foreign nation, West Indies? Can't help you with the West Indies part, Hamilton. But if you're talking about Southeast Asia, I could assist with some stuff like that. So if you get interested in this realm, I can help you. I got assets here. Got tons of assets on the ground. We got relationships everywhere. So this isn't an overnight thing, me being here. This isn't like, oh, Major just going on a vacation. No, I lived here for 4 years, off and on, traveling over here 2-3 months, going back to America a month, coming back trying to develop stuff. So, but that's what's going on with that. Let me see. I can't read your name because it's kind of funny. Any secrets you can drop on making money internationally, yo, that's my expertise right there. Yeah, it's really not a secret, but I would say the intricate fashioning of how you move, that's what's going to make or break you. Other people, so when in Rome, do as the Romans do. You can't look like what you used to looking like all the time in a new zone because it clashes with how things are already flowing. So if you can learn the lay of the land first long enough, or get with somebody that already knows, but they fluent with English and the other language of that area, then you can bypass many years of trial and error. Like for example, I can show you how to open a business over here overnight. You're not going to be inundated with all these business licenses and this, that, and the other. We'll get you one license through somebody else. Open up. I could put you. Look, you could get you a food cart that you can push, and you're grilling stuff like they do in America over here with this new flavor, right? Success story. You just got to work it up. You could do stuff like that. It's available over here. You don't have to recreate the wheel. You just got to transfer from where you know stuff and bring it to a place that don't roll like that. Just like a Hispanic person coming from Mexico to America, yo, they just jump right in there and get it. And then 6-7 years later, they fat, living large and in charge. So it's the same thing when you go to another country, but you got to do some recon. You got to get some assets. You got to make some friends. You got to learn how the government works. And then you can get in there and do just like other people that come to America do that ain't from America, and 5 or 6 years later, success. No problem. They ain't even looking back. They knew what they was coming to do and they did it. But you got to roll up your sleeves. The biggest part, roll up your sleeves and get down to the nitty gritty. Let's go. So that's what I would say about that. See Marie, she is beautiful. Oh yeah, thank you. I'll let her know. Yeah, you need a wife. Respect. Nah, you don't, Ziggy. We need to I'm not gonna go into that conversation because I have one. And what I mean by that, it's a good thing. You just gotta understand how they've misconstrued marriage with you having to have a license to do it. So basically, your marriage license is a financial agreement. It's not it's a Tina Turner. What's love got to do with it? And absolutely nothing. That's why we end up in divorce all the time, because we really don't understand the relationship we're jumping into. Anyway, that's a whole nother live. Let me see. So Braxton Spike, they found some pharaoh statues underwater too. Actually, Braxton, there's more pharaoh statues in the Grand Canyon than there are in Egypt. There's more artifacts in the Grand Canyon, specifically the parts of the Grand Canyon that government over there won't allow you to journey into, because really your real Egypt is in America. Yeah, everything's backwards. If you want to look up in America, there's what's it called? It's called Cairo, Missouri. There's a whole bunch of Egyptian style names in America already in these cities. So most of your artifacts, Smithsonian Institute, Raiders of the Lost Ark, when they lit all the lights up in there and it was just this long warehouse, ever-ending warehouse full of artifacts. Yeah, so that's where that stuff is at. Yeah, Bobby Hemmett spoke of Egypt, but he would tell you too, is here in the I'm not there right now, in the Americas. It's not where you think or thunk it was. So let me see if anybody got any. Yeah. Anybody got any? Check out the great kings and queens of Africa on the. So look, y'all, the cat that I met. Let me help y'all with something, especially Braxton. It's just an assistance. It ain't like I'm trying to teach you. I'm just information. The cat I met over here in Vietnam last night, the white guy, older white guy, married to a Vietnamese, got a baby. Our kids were playing in the mall, so that's how we met. We went out to dinner. It's so easy over here to make relationships too. People aren't standoffish. It's like, oh, you want to go eat? Let's go eat. What y'all like? That's just how you do over here. So Africa is you being, or me being, this tone being called African or go back to Africa. It's really the opposite. Actually, Caucasian people, white people, y'all really from Africa. Literally, y'all ancestors are from Africa. I'm just y'all from one section of Africa. So Europe, if you look at the fake map they got, Africa's down here, continents, and then there's this little section up here called Europe, or what do they call it? Britain, Great Britain. Okay, that's Africa, Upper Africa. So the only thing on the maps do is designate for your mental and visual that my area is here, everybody else over there. So they're not going to call that area Africa anymore because they conquered that area. So they're going to call it Europe. They're going to call it Great Britain. They're going to call it London, England, all these different things. They're going to call it what they want to call it because they conquered those areas. They got it. Boom, take it, rename it, do what you do. But that's Upper Africa. Asia is, all your Asian people, their ancestors are brown, Asiatic folk, look like me. My great-grandmother on my dad's side was Filipino. That's Pacific Islander stuff, okay? We're not, if you look like me, you are not African. Now, did everyone at one time, the civilization produce itself from Africa? Probably so. But for you to be calling yourself an African and you're not African, you need to know. People came up with the catchphrase African American. Jesse Jackson did that in the 95 or something. Oh, you African American, because they got to keep rolling the narrative over so that you can't never catch on. So first you black, Negro, then you whatever, colored, and then you're African American, and they're gonna come out with something next for the next couple of generations. You'll be called I don't know what they're gonna come up with, but you gotta find out who the heck you is so you can navigate correctly. That's what the Moors were specialists at, oceanic navigation. So if you research the Moorish Empire, you'll find out that the melanated folks was master navigators. So, and I wasn't turning this into a racial conversation. I just do my rant. Y'all know how I did. And then I always say, oh, it's just gonna be 10 minutes, and we end up talking for an hour. But sometimes the info is kind of juicy, so you stick around, take out of it what you can. But there's a lot of knowledge we can't get until we get out of the environments that we in. Even if you live in Africa, you can't really say the people in America are this way if you ain't never been to America. Same thing. If you ain't never been to Africa, you really can't, oh, I'm gonna move to Africa because they more free over there. You might not have the right information. Oh, I'm gonna move over, I'll never go over there because it looks poor over there. Probably the right location for you. We basing our decisions off of the program they installed in us. So until you can help get rid of that program, you're going to be on super. Look, I ain't calling none of y'all this. I'm just calling the thought. How should I say it? The thought energy. We're going to be on super stupid because we're seeing everything out of the program that we've been programmed into. So you can't even see straight, yeah, not straight. You can't even see straight. Me and you can't see straight unless you recognize the programming is what you're looking through. The real you looking for is outside the box program. And then once you find yourself and you go deep enough with yourself, you can realize, yo, their program right there, they done a doozy on humanity. Look, y'all, they done a doozy on humanity. Not just white people, not just black people, not the Hispanic, on humanity. That's what's going on. So sooner we wake up from stupidity and we all operate on our different levels of stupid, even me, we just do stupid stuff because we human. Hue, break the word down, human. Hue means a color, man, colored man, some kind of tone, human, you a human. Anyway, let me try to read some more real quick. Appreciate you. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for reminding me. See, I'll be trying to talk fast. I'm using Ebonics too. I said I'll be on it. I'll be Yo, my energy's up, as you can see. I finally got past, I've been doing my treatment. They kind of reinvigorating me. My energy is relaxed slash coming at you, hit you in the chest, all the while smiling a little bit, delightful, enjoying the atmosphere. My head don't feel heavy being out of the country that I'm from. It feels light. Things feel real light right now. People smile, people wave, people offer you stuff. It's an awesome thing to be somewhere where you're received well. I'm just gonna say that. So if you get out of your zone long enough just to go have a different reception somewhere, it'll do you good. Yeah, Braxton. There's pyramids in the Grand Canyon. Go look that up, bro. Look that up. Under every major university, there's a mound of some sort. They planted all mounds are pyramids. What they're calling a mound in the Americas, if you go down far enough, there's a pyramid down in the ground, and the dirt is on top of it. That's called the mound people. Them's pyramids. Most of your universities have their compounds on top of those ley lines. Okay, all of those ley lines in the earth have certain energy points that actually tie into the Egypt in Africa and to the Americas, the Aztec Incas, all of those lands down there and throughout Mexico, all of those grid lines and I forget what they're actually called, but they all interconnect based on the celestials. All of these things are placed on certain power grid lines, yo. It's not something random that occurred. So it's a global thing. The way whoever produced that world, there's stuff here that other stuff is on top of. And that's why I say they've laid on top of America their system. And you can't see what's under there unless you dive deep in yourself and remove some of the clutter so you can go research this stuff. But anyway, let me see. Mercator map. Yeah, is the Mercator map real? Yeah, that's what they taught us in school. They taught you how to use the Mercator map. That's where America looks higher on the map than all the other countries, even though it's smaller. And then they had Africa is not the exact size it's supposed to be. They made it look a little smaller than what it was, so they could teach people throughout many hundreds of years that the higher they always do things. Look, America's probably lower as far as on the ley lines than the rest of the countries. Australia might not even be down under. It might be up over. So they got it twisted, man. You just got to do some research and check that stuff out. Yeah, Braxton, that's true. Let me see. Hamilton, how are the cannabis laws over there? Yo, man, I don't know nothing NUFFING about that. I stay clear of all the kind of stuff I could get caught up in. I'm over here enjoying breathing this atmosphere in. I don't even need that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to not answer your question, but I'm also not going to answer the question. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Valerie said, good point. People like Jesse Jackson just want to keep the races hating each. That's what they get paid for. They're front men, they hype men. Jesse Jackson, they done with him. Al Sharpton, you know what I'm saying? They're going to pop another one out pretty soon. Al Sharpton, Reverend, come on, y'all. What Reverend only comes out when there's a crisis, but then never has an answer to fix the crisis? They're crisis actors. That's all they are. They're just there to get the money. He's the richest he's ever been in his whole life. And thinner than he's ever been in his whole life, too. Dude was like 3 different people in one body. Fried chicken, Sharpton. Finger licking Sharpton. You know what I'm saying? Now he's skinny like a cigarette. So that stuff is so fake. Politics at its finest. Let me see. Don't listen to the division. Some love us, some don't. That's true. What treatments? My treatment. So you're getting some holistic treatments over here for your blood pressure, so you don't have to take medication ever. They have a fix for it, and it includes like deep tissue therapy, deep tissue massages is one, and then they have foot doctors over here that know how to massage your feet in certain regions, and that tunes up your certain organs in your body, like your heart, your kidneys. You got ley lines running through your feet, okay? That's why they always saying the ground, get on the ground, right? Why you think they call your feet the soles of your feet? Why you think they call them soles? Think about that for a minute. Why would you equate that with the soul? Through your feet is where the connection to the soul is to the earth. You got to know that. It's okay to be barefoot. Just don't be pregnant and barefoot. It's okay to be barefoot, grounded to some nice grass around some trees or something, because really you are a walking electrical component. You're a dynamic electrical component with miles and miles and miles of infrastructure in your body. If they stretch your nerves out over a city, like all the nerve endings in your body could stretch out like for 10 miles or something crazy. I might be off, but for a long ways, longer than you can imagine. They say your heart is so strong of a pump when it's working effectively. In 24 hours, it can pump enough hydraulic fluid, if you could fashion it that way, through a system to pick a locomotive train up off the ground, the whole locomotive, the front of the engine, some inches or an inch or so off the ground every 24 hours. That's how strong your heart is. Go look this stuff up, y'all. Shoot, y'all got me, bringing out stuff, got cobwebs on it. But write some of this stuff down, go research it, get your mind out the box. So we can roll some things, so we can get some things did. We're going to be producing stuff. We can start by producing these right mindset for your journey, for why you here, for what you doing, for what you going to did. Once we start producing that, you start illuminating, and I'm not saying Illuminati, whatever. I'm using words that I have available to me so I can create an image in your mind so we can light up some stuff on the surface that will penetrate and go deep, subtropic, deep diving kind of root system that will dig itself in and keep itself there to produce for a long, long, long time, forever, never, ever, never. So that's what we got to do, y'all. I'm rolling up on an hour. I'm gonna get over here. Hold up, wait, Braxton, right? Stacey Abrams. What's that mean, bro? What's that mean? That's politics right there. I don't get into that. You can sometimes judge people by how they look too. It's okay. I mean, it's a free planet, thought-wise, anyway. So, but yeah, herbal medicine. I hope I answered the question while I'm over here getting these treatments. I think over in Thailand or Cambodia, there's centipede wine. It's also help. Yeah, they got some. I'm gonna show y'all some stuff at the house. You're gonna be like, yo, what's that, Major? The whole. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna do that next. Yep. Hey, y'all. It's been a pleasure. I'm gonna get off here. Y'all need to get some sleep. Not too much though. Don't get too much sleep. You'll sleep your life away too. You really don't need 8 hours of sleep if you start getting the right energy about yourself. 4 to 5 hours is plenty. You ain't here but for a smidgen of time. Stop wasting it in the bed. If we start doing the right things, we'll be rejuvenated when we wake up. But it takes work. It takes consistent chipping away at that old program. Like I keep telling y'all, you gotta break the you gotta matrix Neo some stuff and Morpheus some stuff, man. You gotta really break this stuff to get this production facility up and running so that we go produce all the results we're trying to produce. I know everybody want better in this place for themselves, but you gotta also want the better based off of the right programming, not the better based off of what they programmed us to think the better is. Yacht parties and mansions and all that stuff. Yo, it's not necessary. Go visit somebody else's yacht and mansion, and when you get done enjoying yourself, leave and don't have no maintenance and no payments. Just get invited to stuff. We ain't got to do all that owning this and that. Own your narrative is what we need to do. That's the start of your production facility right there. But yo, I'm going to get off here. Let me see. Anybody got anything else? I appreciate that, Jacob C. Monica, Tyler B. Peace back. Peace be unto you. Copy that. That's what's up, facts. Take care, Major and everything. Thank you, C. Marie. Misty World, y'all welcome. Yo, it's been a pleasure once again. I'm going to get up out of here. Appreciate y'all. Hit the likes real quick. Drop some comments tomorrow after you get some rest on this live. Light it up. And let's do this stuff, y'all. Let's get this done, okay? We ain't got... Your time is now. Your time is right now. Ain't no tomorrow. Ain't no next week. Do now into those things. And when you get into them things, it's still going to be now. So let's just get now taken care of real firm and hard. And then everything else will start taking care of itself. Y'all, it's been a pleasure. Get some rest. Much love, peace, respect out there. This is Major signing off for another kind of cool video. Appreciate you.